Good morning, students. Today we will discuss on the internet protocol security. In the current environment and the current scenario, the internet security is the one of most important aspects of the network security. Uh, so, uh, Basically, we will discuss on the internet protocol security. It's directly related to the internet security. Internet protocol security or IP security is designed to protect communication in a secure manner by using TCP/IP protocols. The Internet Protocol Security Protocol is a set of security extension that is developed by the IETF, that is the Internet Engineering Task Force, and it provides privacy and authentication services at the IP layer by using modern cryptography. This is the simple internet protocol security. The basic aim of this IP security is to secure the communication between the client and the server. Now we will discuss on the uh, other things of the IP security. Basically, IP security provides the three types of security. One is the authentication, other is the confidentiality, and other is the key management. The IP level security is basically three functional area discussed in the authentication, confidentiality, and the key management. The authentication mechanism assure that received packet was transmitted by party identified as the source in the packet header, and the packet has not been altered in transit. In the confidentiality facility enable the communication node to encrypt message to prevent eavesdropping by third parties, and the key management facility is concerned with the secure exchange of key. So basically, IP security provide a capability to secure communication across a LAN, across private and the public WAN, and across the internet. The basic aim of the IP security means how to secure our communication on the internet, on the LAN, or the public or the private network. This is the simple uh, IP security. This is the typical scenario of the IP security, where it is the combination of the LAN, WAN, and the many offices. In this, the typically IP, the diagram show the typically IP security scenario. Uh, in the organization maintains LAN in the at dispersed location. There is the non-secure IP traffic in conduct on each LAN for traffic offsite through some sort of private and the public WAN. IP in this we use the IP protocols, IP security protocols. These protocols operate in networking device such as router on the firewall. They connect each LAN to the outside world. The IP security networking device will typically encrypt and compress all traffic going into the WAN and decrypt and decompress traffic coming from the WAN. These operations are transparent to workstation and server on the LAN. Secure transmission is also possible with individual users who dial into the WAN. Such user workstation must implement our IP security protocols to provide the security. This is the simple use of the IP security. There are some benefits that is listed by the Marx in the 1997. And first of all, this is the firewall router provides strong security to all traffic, and the other is the resistant to bypass. The other is the below. It is below transport layer, hence transparent to applications, and it's transparent to end users, provide security for individual users, and the secure routing architectures. So this is the some benefits of the IP security. So this is the IP security architecture. In the IP security architecture, basically two main content. One is the authentication header, other is the encapsulating security payload. So first of all, we discuss on the some uh, RFC and the RFC 2401. Basically, RFC 2401 it provides overview of a security architecture. RFC 2402. 2402 is the description of a packet authentication, extension IP4 and IP4. RF 2406 is also packet encryption extension to IPv4 and IPv6. And the 2408 is the specification of key management capability. There is a two version of IP security. One is the IPv4, other is the IPv6. Uh, Basically, in IPv4 and the IPv6, the security feature are implemented as extension header and that follow the main IP header. The extension header for authentication is known as the authentication header, and the encryption is known as the encapsulating security payload header. So this is the some services provided by the uh, IP security services. First, to access control, the connectionless integrity, and the data origin authentication, the rejection of replay attack, confidentiality, and the limited traffic flow confidentiality. So basically, IP security provides the security services at the IP layer by enabling a system to select required security protocol that determine the algorithm to use for the service and put in the place and cryptography key required to provide the requested services. The security services basically support the following the above uh, points. This is the access control, connection latch, data origin, and the authentication. Uh, these services provided by the uh, a authentication ender and the ESP is the encapsulating SP. For ESP, there are two cases with and without the authentication option. Both AH and ESP are vehicles for access control based on the distribution of cryptographic key and the management of the traffic flow, relatively these security protocols. So this is the simple services provided by the IP security. Basically, three parameters defined uh, in security association. First of all, what is security association? The security association is basically is a mechanism to provide the one-way relationship between sender and the receiver. Or we can say that a key concept that appear in both authentication and the confidentiality mechanism for IP in the security association. And association is one-way relationship between sender and the receiver that affords security service to the traffic. If suppose if a peer relationship is needed for two-way secure exchange, then the security association are required. Security services are offered on SA for the use of AH or ESP, but not both. Only single use in AH or the ESP. The security association uniquely defined by the three parameter. One is the security parameter index. This is the bit string assigned to the security association and having local significance only. The other is the IP destination address. This is the address of the destination endpoint of the security association. And the other is the security protocol identifier. This indicates the association in AH or ESP security association. The security association also have a number to other parameters. In the each ISP security implementation, there are security association database that define the parameter associated with the security association. So this is the simple security association. After this, we will discuss on the authentication header. Basically, it is also called the AH, and the authentication header provide the support for data integrity and the authentication on IP packets. The data integrity service ensure that data inside IP packets is not altered during the transit. The authentication service enable an end user a computer system to authenticate the user or the application or at the other end to device or to accept or reject packets. This also prevents the IP spoofing attacks. Internally, authentication header is based on the MAC protocol, which means the two communicating parties must share a secret key uh, used in the AS. Basically, six fields include in the header. The next in the authentication header, one is the next header, payload length, uh, reserved security parameter index, sequence number, and the authentication data. So this diagram show the authentication header. Total six fields include in the authentication header. Number one is the next header. Basically, next header field identify the type of next payload after the authentication header. The value of this field is chosen from the set of IP numbers defined in the Internet Assigned Number Authority. This is called the IANA. IANA is the Internet Assigned Number Authority. So this is the next header. Other is the payload length. The payload length specify the length of the authentication header in the 32 bits word minus 2. The default length of the authentication data field is a 96 bits or 332-bit words. With 3 words fixed header, there are a total of 6 words in the header, and the payload length field has a value of 4. Third field is the reserved field. This is length is the 16 bits. This field reserved for the future use. It must be set to 0. Other is the security parameter index. This is called the SPI. This field uniquely identify the security association and in combination with the destination IP address and the security protocol. The set of SPI value is range from 1 to 255 is reserved by the IANA for the future use. The SPI value of 0 is reserved for the local and implementation specific use. A key management implementation may use the 0 SPI value to mean the no security association exists during the period when the IP security implementation had requested that its key management entity establish a new security association, but security association has not yet been established. Other is the number 5 field is the sequence number. It is a 32-bit field. This field contains the monotonically increasing counter value which provides an anti-replay function. If the sender always transmits this field, the receiver need not act on it. Other is the authentication data. Basically, this is the last field. This is the variable field. This field is a variable length field that contains the integrity check value or MAC for the packet. This field must be integral multiple of 32-bit word. It may include explicitly pegging. This pegging is included to ensure that the length of authentication header is integral multiple of 32 bits or 64 bits, because 32 bits the IPv4 and the 64 bits is the IPv6. Uh, After this, this is the some there is some transport and the tunnel mode. Basically, the transport and the tunnel mode basically is end-to-end encryption or the end-to intermediate mode. Basically, transport mode provide the protection primarily for upper layer protocol payload by inserting the authentication header after the original IP and the before the IP payload. Typically, transport mode is used for end-to-end communication between the two hosts, where the tunnel mode provides the protection to the entire IP after the authentication header field added to the IP packet, and the entire packet plus security field is treated as the payload of the new outer IP packet with the new outer IP header. Tunnel mode is used when one or both hands on security or security gateway, such as firewall or a router that implements IP security. So this is the simple transport and the tunnel mode. After this, we will discuss the encapsulating security payload. Basically, the encapsulating security payload provide the confidentiality service, uh, including confidentiality of message contents and limited traffic flow of confidentiality. Uh, as an optional feature, ESP can also provide an authentication service with the same MAC uh, as authentication header, and the ESP support range of cipher modes and padding. This is the shown in the next diagram. This is the encapsulating security payload. Uh, in this includes some points. One is the SPI. SPI is a 32-bit. This is identify a security association, and the other is the sequence number. This is also 32 bits. It is a monotonically increasing counter value. This provides the an anti-replay function, and payload data. This is the variable length. This is the transport level segment or IP packet that is protected by encryption. Padding is 0 to 255 bytes. Add the padding as per message or as per the variable length message. Pad length. Pad length is the 8 bit. This is the indicate the number of pad bytes immediately preceding this field. Next header. The next header is the 8 bits. Identify the type of data and contained in the payload data field by identifying the first header in the payload, and the authentication data is the variable field. The variable length field that contains the integrity check value computed over the ESP packet minus the authentication data field. So this is the simple ESP. Uh, this is the transport and the tunnel mode using ESP. In the transport mode, ESP is used to and encrypt and optionally authenticate the data carried by the IP. Transport mode basically operation mode provides confidentiality for any application and avoiding the need of implementation confidentiality. This mode of operation is also reasonable efficient, adding title to the total length of the IP packets. The one drawback of this mode is possible to traffic analysis on the transmitted packets. Other is the tunnel mode ESP. The tunnel mode ESP is used to encrypt entire internet protocol packet. Tunnel mode is useful in a configuration that include a firewall or other uh, sort of security gateway that protects a trusted network for external networks. So, in this lecture, we have discussed about on the some internet protocol, and the Internet Protocol security. What is the authentication header and what is the ESP, what is the security associations, and how to protect the data in network by using the Internet Protocol security. Thanks everyone.